Good, good. Good to finally talk to you.
Yes, good to meet you virtually. It's really windy here today.
Awesome. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's a little overcast here today. We went skating already though.
Ah, nice. Where'd you go?
Just down the beach. I live right on the beach. But I usually go it's called Michael Green Park. It's my closest one. They have like a 6 foot mini ramp.
Okay. New tricks on the
No, I not yet.
ramp.
I didn't want to get hurt. Yeah. Um I do I work with my hands because now I'm a barber. So I have to be very careful.
Okay,
Have to
understandable.
slowly move up.
I understand that for sure. It's like I definitely that's how I am with my skating too. I like to keep it safe and work my way slowly so I don't break anything. At least
Yeah.
try and work with what I can, but you know, you got to take some risks sometimes. So,
A little risks.
yeah.
So talking about skate injuries, that's why I've been going slow. I haven't got a bad injury, but like was it Halloween? One of my friends, she broke her leg in like 3 places when I was there.
Oh.
And then like no joke, like 2 weeks later we were skating again and my another one of my friends broke her ankle.
Ah,
Luckily they both recovered fine now and both are back on skates.
yeah.
But that was rough for me. That was just being there. It was hard to go back to roller skating after seeing it happen. And now that I'm so nervous watching other people skate all the time, I'm like, oh no, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it seems inevitable. That's what kind of how I feel. I don't know how old you are. I'm in my 30s and I'm like I just want to take it easy.
I turned 38 on the 14th.
Yeah,
We
happy
had a nice
belated.
roller skating birthday, and
Yeah.
both of the girls with the injuries showed up. So,
Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
but it was cool. Even when they were both in the recovering, we had we'd have events, or not events really, but we'd go have skate meets, and then we go out for dinner and have them over for the dinner and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
we all got to stay in touch throughout their recoveries.
That's really good. I think that helps a lot. I know just from the friends that I've had that have been injured too, it's like you get pulled away from your people and you don't get to see them as much. So it's good you guys
Yeah,
got to stay in touch throughout their recovery, and I think that
it
helped.
made they didn't feel excluded or left out,
Yeah.
and not alone. Because I know it can be hard. You're already hurt, and then now you have no friends to hang out with.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too. It's like just realizing that like you've made through our friends through the skate community and then like you don't want to lose them just because you're not skating. So that's great.
The friends I've made in the skate community is probably the best thing that's came from roller skating.
Yes.
Like even just talking to you, I've met people from all over the country
Yeah.
and skated with them more than once just because I post skate videos on Instagram or something.
Yeah. That's the goal. That
And
is
it's
the
the
goal.
best. It is the best people that are attracted to roller skating too.
Yeah. And I feel like it's people that just want to keep pushing and know that, it's like things get hard, but I mean, we have this really great outlet, and it's like, even if you feel like you're not making progress, if you just like put your skates on and go out there, like so you're
Yeah,
bound to have something happen. Hopefully not an injury.
and hopefully, well, I fall down a lot, but
Yeah.
I've got pretty good at it.
Do you?
I would not be skating if I didn't wear my knee pads.
No.
I fall down way too much.
Understandable for sure. Like the times I've gotten in trouble just scraping my knees is when I've like gone to a skate park and thought that I could roll around just kind of like warm up without my knee pads, and then I end up just doing something silly, and then it's like I'm
Yeah,
bleeding.
and now we're bleeding. This is what's happened. I don't want to put my knee pad on.
Yes, things escalate very quickly.
That's my friend that broke her ankle. We were just warming up, and we were in the mini ramp, and we were just going back and forth. I'm like, oh, we're just gonna warm up a little, and she just kind of fell and sat down on her ankle somehow, and she was like, oh, that didn't feel good. And now that was like 8 or 10 weeks ago, and she's just now putting on roller skates again.
Dang, that's, I mean, power. I know it can take longer for some people. That seems like a really short time to me.
I think she was lucky. It was more just like a fracture, but it's still a broken bone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, do you remember any of the questions that I sent to you?
Um, what were they? I know one of them. What was my skate inspo right now?
Yeah.
And I've just been starting to try and learn some street skating, and I took a class with Kayla, or she's Little Space Cowgirl on Instagram,
Okay. Full space.
and I really like her street skating style. And she showed me a lot of stuff that I have to work on, but I've never really done any ledges and that kind of stuff until like maybe a week ago.
Okay.
And I took her little class, and it was a lot of fun. And now everywhere I go, I'm looking at stuff down the street, like, oh, I can skate that. I can
Yeah.
skate that.
Yeah. I see things, if I have to jump, I will, but I'm like, it would be nice to just make it more natural and be like, yes, I want to jump on this because there is the appeal because you can make the world more of your playground because you're able
Yeah.
to see these places that, would be more accessible if you could jump higher. But yes, yes, that's
And
what,
it's actually exhausting
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because after that like 2 hour class I did of just jumping on ledges, I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to walk tomorrow.
Yes, jumping. With your newer tricks that you've done, do you feel like you're jumping out of those onto coping or just kind of
I
rolling in?
feel like in transitions, you mostly using like the ramp momentum that I've got, and it doesn't really feel like any kind of jumping.
Okay.
I try to use my speed and the ramp itself to like put me on there.
All right. Embrace speed.
The
That's
main
the
problem is
method.
just committing.
And
Yeah,
what?
speed is your friend, and committing.
And committing.
Everyone knows.
Definitely. There's times where I'll I'll just be really stoked that I'm where I'm at if I'm coming, like if I'm airing or landing or something, and if I'm not present in my body, then like it's like my knees get weak, or I just like blank out because I just will squirrel while I'm like airing, and then if I'm not paying attention, it's over. So
That has happened to me. I'll be going, I'm in a ramp or back and forth, back, and then my mind is just like the same thing. Like, what was it? Just crash right into the wall, and
yes,
it's like I can't process fast enough to stop what's about to happen.
yeah. So it's like, how do we get back in the body when you're just like distracted? Or somewhere you want to go, dream skate spot.
Dreamscape spot is definitely that cathedral one. Isn't that in Missouri?
Yeah, St. Louis, definitely. Skate Laborious.
That's the one I've been wanting to go to. Drove through there a couple years ago, but I just got skates, and I was like, nope, not ready yet.
Yeah. I'm like, just kind of skating here in the Midwest in general, like everyone's super nice, and I feel like
Oh, are they?
not as competitive as where I think people just they don't really skate for themselves so much, and here you feel that
Really?
more. So,
That that's like with the people I skate with. That's we're all at our own place. We're all at our own pace,
mhm.
and it's just we want to get outside and we enjoy doing it together.
Yeah.
And it's just not no competition. I've never felt any pressure to try any tricks or push myself.
Mhm.
That's also why I'm not at Quad Cup today because I don't really care about competition.
Yeah, I don't know if people thought the Rad Revolvers was going to be something competitive, and really I get with all the others like roller skating communities and things that are out there, it can come off that way. This is just for the sake of supporting people and their skating and hopefully connecting with more people across the country as well, and just even out of this country if we can, because it started
Yeah.
to reach out of country, which I was like shocked. I'm like, we'll see what happens with this. I mean, there's skaters everywhere. So how do we bring them
Then
all
if
together?
you own a pair of roller skates, you're already in the community, so it's like it's super easy to make friends with them.
Yeah. I was in Texas, then I moved to Missouri, and part of that realization was things getting smaller and there's less roller skaters, and then there's just less people to connect with, and so you tend to like talk to people that have never seen you a roller skater at a skate
Yeah.
park. So it's a different vibe for
Yeah.
sure. So having this is
I couldn't
great.
even imagine. Yeah, I do. I like what you're doing. It's really cool
Thank
because
you.
I love connecting with roller skaters and same reason. And if I ever happen to be in another state, this is where how I'd find other skaters.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I don't know how much traveling or time people have, but this is definitely been eye-opening for me, just seeing like where the skaters are and like all the places we could go. And then also realizing like
Yeah.
where you can't. So it's like you make friends with people, they know the spots, so it's good to make that connection for sure. And and just be real with people, because that's, I think, with the competitions that happen and the contests and stuff, people just kind of lose sight of why they started in the first place. So that's,
Yeah, I personally think that stuff takes a lot of the fun out of the skating.
yeah.
So I think maybe some competitions could be fun, a little, but when you have money on the line, sponsorships,
Yeah.
you can tell who's not having fun.
Sponsorships. You want to talk about those? That was another question I had.
Oh, that was. I don't ever plan on getting sponsors. I'm not going to do the competitions if they want me to. If people want to give me free clothes to wear, I'm cool with that.
See,
But I'm not going to go compete against anyone else.
who or how did you get into skating, roller skating? When did you start?
I started, it would have quarantine. I was a pandemic skater.
Damn.
I got, my wife wanted to learn how to roller skate. And her only goal was to be able to skate from our house right here down the beach to the pier. And when she bought her second pair of skates, I was able to fit her old ones. And
Nice.
she's like, "Hey, do you want to go skating?" And I think that whole summer 2020, 2021, we had like a beach skating club. And it's
Yeah.
we would skate down to the beach and we'd all bring drinks and snacks and have a little beach party
Hell yeah. That's it.
until one of our skater friends, she's like, "Hey, I got some extra slide blocks. You should borrow them." Or I ended up buying them off her. And I went to the skate park once and that was it.
Yep, it was over.
Yeah. That's when I was like, I don't need my lollies anymore. I need to buy some jack boots and
Oh,
wide trucks and small wheels and
oh, it was over.
it got expensive quick.
Yeah, roller skating, so much more expensive than I ever thought it would be.
Definitely.
And
Definitely. I have my skates right here. I was just skating on the beach, so I got these gummy wheels on, but
yeah,
there's a ton.
yay, very
From what I
nice.
was skating last year to now, it's like It's worth the money though.
Definitely. It's an investment. That's into yourself. That's how I look at it.
Talk, just ask about the skating community out there in the Midwest
Hmm.
because it's so far from us. Like we're like ground zero for roller skating. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I know it can't be quite as big out there.
No, I feel like it's not even as big because since I'm in Missouri, we've got Kansas City, St. Louis, Springfield that are bigger cities here. And then, um, I mean, you could drive 6 hours. That'll get you to like Iowa, where there's the largest skate park supposedly in the country, which I do want to check out at some point this year. Have you been there?
It's a good road trip. No, no.
There's
I've only skate parks I've been to are in California so far.
okay. Get out of Cali. Where I'm at now, because I'm in Columbia, which is in the middle of Missouri, and you're situated, if you can picture the state, there's Kansas City's on the west side, St. Louis is on the east side, Columbia's right in the middle, so it's a couple hours to go to either one. And then, I mean, driving north, if you were to go out of state again, because there's Iowa and then there's Illinois, you can go to Chicago. It's another 6 hours. You can go south. So it's like, it's nice because you can drive and go places, I feel like, or seemingly go out of state a little bit easier. Whereas, like in Texas, it's like you drive 6 hours, you're still in Texas.
Right, right. And you still got a couple more hours to the border.
Yeah, yeah. But the difference, which I really miss, is there are many more skate parks in Texas versus here you have to, I mean, you're driving 15, 30 minutes to get to a park that maybe has like a half pipe and a couple rails, like they're really small parks and
Uh,
run
and what if it's
down.
crowded when you get there?
Yeah, my biggest issue, which I think my concern and why, I mean, I would love to go to California to skate, but I see all those people, I'm like, man, like, how do you guys get a turn? Because here I just have to worry about kids that are literally melting down the ramps. They're just like, "Ugh." Like, I don't
Oh,
know, just having tantrums, or they're just playing like it's a playground because they really don't see skaters skate there that often. So I mean, that's the other beauty of it too, is the skate parks here. If you come here and there's nobody there, probably won't be anybody. So they can
well, that is nice.
they can get run down though because of that too. So it's like,
Just sitting out in the weather.
yeah, yeah. So and then
So what we learned is we skate early.
yeah,
We're usually the first ones there, and we'll skate until usually 11 or 12, which is already getting hot then anyways. But then
hmm,
everyone shows up.
yeah. That's
And sometimes I'll skate with everyone for a little bit, but for the most part, it's like our skate crew. We're there at 7:30, 8 in the morning. And we skate until no everyone shows up.
yeah. Like get
But
some,
that and also that ramp that little ramp I've been skating, that's
yeah.
a private ramp you can rent.
Awesome. I was wondering. It's like it looks like just a little, not like a, I guess like a shop, but something of that sort.
It is a skate shop.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Do you have any other indoor parks there, or is it mainly just outside?
Mostly outdoors. There's that little ramp and there's an indoor bowl about 40 minutes from my house,
Okay.
but it's a little pricier. I think you got to rent it. You rent it for 6 people for like 120 bucks,
Oh,
which isn't too bad.
is
But
was
then
it
you have
like
an indoor private bowl.
did it used to be like a pool?
It's a wooden bowl.
Hmm, a wooden bowl. Okay. That's $120 to skate with 6 people.
Yeah. But it also within 15, 20 minutes of my house, there's probably 12 skate parks,
That's nice. That's
and
kind of nice.
most of them are really nice and well kept up.
Yeah, I miss
Usually we just
that.
have to sweep.
You just have to what? Sweep?
Yeah, the sweep because like the kids that hang out there and throw beers on them overnight and stuff.
Hmm. I was wondering if it was sand or something, if you were saying you're near beaches. It's like,
Well, I know Venice gets full of sand a lot, but I don't really skate there. It's always crowded.
that's the one everybody wants to go to and skate. At least go and stand by it if you can skate.
Yeah, there's always a huge crowd of people just standing around it too, not even skating.
Yeah, just spectating. So yeah, I feel like I would just be shaking the whole time.
It's intimidating.
Hmm.
There's so many people there, like really good skaters, and it's big, and there's a ton of people watching.
That and I'm like, how do you? Because all the near misses and then the actual hits that I've seen people from those lines or snaking that happens, and like you just don't see somebody coming from the sky.
Yeah, yeah, just land on your head. No, that's not
Great.
fun for me. I like to go when there's just me and my friends at the park.
What time is that? Because it seems like it's always full.
At Venice Beach is always full.
Yeah.
I've never seen it empty. You can go really early in the morning, and there'll be a couple of like, it's usually the older guy skate clubs.
Like that's my crew.
Yeah, those are my people.
Yeah.
They they brought their leaf blowers out and clean the
Nothing.
park up and get in a quick skate before all the kids take over.
Yeah. Like how I gotta watch other people and just so I remember like that there are other tricks and things to do. Because I kind of get lost and
That is
get stuck
it's
sometimes.
hard sometimes. Yeah, like sometimes I don't know what to try, and I have to go when the other kids are at the skate park, and I'm like, all right, look what they did,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's what can get me some new ideas. Because if there's no one else around, I just tend to do the same things. Then I kind of feel like I'm plateaued and I'm not learning anything, and
Mhm.
maybe I feel a little frustrated.
Yeah. I definitely feel that for sure. And I like when what happens if there's like one or two other people and they aren't roller skating, like if they're skateboarding or like blading even, they're just like, hey, have you tried this? Or I see them trying something, I'm like, how can I like take their trick, make it mine?
Make it into roller skating.
Yeah. It's like it does, yeah, you gotta change it up and keep it exciting, but I mean, it's always a good time roller skating. That's why we keep doing it.
Yeah, yeah, you really can't beat it.
Yeah.
You don't really see people rolling around sad on their skates,
No.
usually
No.
in a good mood.
Unless you've fallen and it hurts and you gotta roll away.
Yeah, but unless you're hurt bad, most of the time I'm smiling when I fall.
It's very, very nice talking to you. I think this has been like a half hour, so we can cut it there so you can
Awesome.
carry on with your Sunday in California.
Sunday. It's all cloudy outside. It doesn't feel like California.
No? Like maybe this Midwestern, I mean it is springtime, so we get variable weather and it's I mean, yesterday it was really warm and then a storm rolled in and it cooled off and now it's just hellishly windy outside.
The wind is a big problem here too, just because I am sitting right on the beach. It's like every day,
At
every day crazy wind.
least you don't have
So if you skate
wildfires.
down the beach, no, yeah, no fires.
Yeah.
My only problem is I skate down the beach one way and the wind pushes you, you come back and I might as well take my skates off and walk.
You gotta power through the wind.
I'm not going anywhere at all.
Yes. I understand that struggle too, but at least you're getting out there and like, I don't keep pushing.
Yeah, those we had like a month or so of just rain. Like it rained the most California ever gets, and
When was
I
that?
thought all the skaters were just going. It just ended a few weeks ago. We had like record rain. It was, and somehow it was every single weekend it rained.
It felt
So my
personal.
skate chat was, yeah, my skate chat was just everyone was angry, everyone was bored. Start posting old videos of ourselves skating. Remember when we used to get to skate?
Yes. See, I think that's why I asked about how many indoor parks y'all had out there, just because that is a Midwestern problem. Because when we have bad
Yeah,
weather, we also cannot skate.
I know those butt pads work.
Yeah, yeah. There's just so much sweat involved.
That's the because I know my wife has them and a couple of our friends, and that's the only complaint I've heard is it's not good for a hot day.
Nobody wants swamp ass.
I don't know. And then like, oh, are we gonna go to lunch after we go skating? I don't think so. I'm going nowhere but the shower.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's like, let me go wring myself out first.
No.
Oof. Oof. Well, it's very nice chatting with you. I think it's been like
Nice chatting with you.
almost an hour, so we can cut it.